Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Just being Shirley, and I am Shirley. Just being Shirley. So, welcome to my channel. And my channel right here on YouTube, Just Being Shirley, is going to be geared towards business, all business related content. So, in my previous videos, I talked about marketing, advertising, promoting, total quality management, continuous improvement, and a whole lot of terms. And I talked about different philosophers that I learned about downstairs University. Different philosophers: Plato, Socrates, John Locke, Adam Smith, Henry David Thoreau. So many different ones. So I will be presenting, some more philosophers as I go into my information, into my presentations right here on YouTube on my channel, Just Being Shirley. So I will be presenting a whole lot of philosophers, a whole lot of painters, musicians. So we have painters, we have Picasso, Rembrandt, Michelangelo, a whole lot of different ones. So I will be presenting a whole lot of those because I think they are very important, they're very important in our lives today. So a lot of their views are still used today. So just going to talk a little bit about marketing today, marketing, advertising, promoting, target marketing, strategies, a marketing strategy. You might need a business strategy, a target market strategy. So in other words, basically marketing, my definition of marketing is basically getting those products and services out to your customer. So say for instance you want to market some eyelashes, jeans. So these products are just for purposes of my videos. So I'm no longer marketing any of these things right now. But so in other words, what if you want to market some eyelashes and you want to market some eyelashes? So what I had, previously I was marketing eyelashes, hair growth products. So in other words, if you want to market some eyelashes, so in other words, you already have your, say for instance, I have my logo, which can be also used as my trademark. So my trademark and my logo, it distinguishes your brand from the next brand. So my brand, Shirley Beauty. So in other words, say for instance, I'm marketing these eyelashes. These are beautiful, colorful eyelashes. And then I have my logo and Shirley Beauty. So this is my logo. In other words, that would be my trademark. So in other words, my lashes will be distinguished. They would be distinguished from another company that sells lashes. Somebody else sells lashes, and so when they see the Shirley Beauty, trademark, then that's me. But so marketing, so that's branding and trademarking. But marketing, in other words, I have my lashes and I have my boxes with my trademark, my logo. Trademark and my logo. This distinguishes me and my brand from another company, another brand. Say for instance, somebody selling lashes a couple miles over and they call Pickle Lashes, whatever the name of their company is. They might have Pickle Lashes across their boxes, so that would distinguish them from my brand. But so that's branding and that's presenting your trademark. But if you just have them sitting, if you just have your products or your services and you're not offering them to nobody and they're just sitting like this, I just have them sitting at home on the shelf. No, marketing, that's where marketing comes in. So that's where marketing comes in. I have to have a strategy. I have to have a strategy to so I can make my products or my services. But right now, just my products, my lashes. I have to have a strategy to make my products, my lashes, which are my lashes, presentable to my customer. So what kind of strategy uh, do I want to have? What kind of strategy do I need? I mean, to present my products or my services to the customer, I need a strategy. In other words, getting my products, my lashes on store shelves. That would be one strategy. Getting my products on the store shelves, my lashes on the store shelves, having a website. That's another marketing strategy. So in other words, getting my products, and say for instance, I get my products, which are my lashes, in Walmart, Kmart, Amazon, uh, where wherever I want to have my lashes sold. I need my website. I need um, a strategy. I need a place that my customers can find my lashes. So if your customer can't find your products or your services, then that's no good. That is no good at all. So in other words, and see, um, and also these, so previously I was marketing my hair growth products, so smells good too. Previously I was marketing my hair growth products, so and so and then I had my Shirley Cosmetic logo. So this would be my brand. This is how I brand. So this makes me distinguishable from other companies that sells that sells hair growth products. So it smells so good too. So and what I did was outsource. So you can outsource or you can make them yourself. So this is just for purposes of the video. And also this video. And also so like I said, marketing, getting those products out to the customer. That's the main definition of marketing. Getting the products out to your customer, getting your services out to the customer. Say for instance you're doing nails. How are you gonna let your customer know, your potential customers, how are you going to let your potential customers know what services you're offering? So, you're going to have a website, you're going to have your business up on a billboard, or you're going to have a presence on Amazon.com, or you're going to have your stuff in Target, or Walmart, Kmart, or, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to have your own website. And also, so another thing that's part of marketing also, and I purchased this Kylie Jenner right here. This is see, Kylie Jenner, Kylie Cosmetics. So this is part of, so this is how she brands. See, Kylie. So in a box like this, so this is how she brand Kylie Jenner, Kylie Cosmetics, Kylie Jenner. And then, so this is part of her branding. So this is part of her branding. So your branding is basically your logo, your trademark. So in other words, this is part of her branding, but for her marketing strategy, she does ads on Instagram. I don't think I've seen her do any ads on Facebook, but I saw some of her ads on Instagram. So that is part of her marketing strategy, doing her ads. But this is, and also this is part of her branding. So she was offering this is some stuff that I had purchased for, there you go. Cali Skin. So this is the candle. Beautiful candle. Smells so good too. Smells so good. I think it's like 8 ounces. So basically, I'm just giving you, just showing you an example of another company. So this is her company, Cali Cosmetics. So this is part of how she brands. So, candles. And this is, so this is part of her branding. So branding, in your brand, when you brand, you want to definitely put your logo. Logo. So she brands like this with your logo, your trademark. That way, your company, her company would be distinguishable from another company. Say, for instance, her brand against my brand. Her brand against mine. Mine is Shirley Cosmetics. So her brand against my brand. So this is why trademark. So this is the importance of your logo. See my logo against her logo. This would be her trademark. This is my trademark. So, but the thing is, how are you going to create your marketing strategy? So creating your marketing strategy is what is going to get your products and your services out to your customer. So that's what is going to get your products out to your customers. So this is her branding. So this is her branding. This is Cali Baby. So it was like a whole set, It's like a whole set. So purchased this for my grandson. But like I said, this is branding. This is how she brands. So this is branding. In other words, that's branding. Your label, your logos, that's branding. But getting your products and your services on store shelves, on your website, to get them out to the customer, that's marketing. So simple. So that's very important. So having a good marketing strategy is definitely important. Having a good marketing strategy is important. So I just want to read a little bit from this book. This is one of the books that I had when I was down marketing management. When I was down Strayer University. The importance of marketing. Financial success often depends on your marketing ability. Finance operations, accounting, and other business functions will not really matter if there isn't sufficient demand for products and services so the company can make a profit. There must be a top line for there to be a bottom line. Must be a top line for there to be a bottom line. Many companies have now created a chief marketing officer or CMO position to put marketing on a more equal footing with other C-level executives, such as the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and the Chief Financial Officer. Press releases from organizations of all kinds, from consumer goods makers to healthcare insurers, and from nonprofit organizations to industrial product manufacturers, trumpet their latest marketing achievements on their websites. In the business press, countries Countless, in the business press, countless articles are devoted to marketing strategies and tactics. In stating their business priorities, CEOs acknowledge the importance of marketing. So CEOs, they acknowledge the importance of marketing. So chief executive officers. Marketing is very important because if you don't have the right marketing strategy, or you don't have your products or your services made available to the customer, that's very important. That's very important. So you're just going to have, in other words, you create a product and you're just going to let them sit there right there in your business. You're not going to have a plan, a strategy, marketing strategy to get these products out to the customer. That's what you're in business for. You're in business to create something, market something, sell something, present something that the customer needs, that the customer wants. So we all need food, shelter, clothes, water. So any of those things can be marketed. So you can sell gallons of bottled, gallons of, not bottled, well, you can sell the bottled waters too, but gallons of spring water. Gallons of spring water. You can sell the bottles. You can sell, some people market their homes, their apartments, set it up on Airbnb. So that provides shelter. So food. Some people have food trucks. Some people have food trucks. Some people have, their restaurants. Some people have restaurants that they open. Like I said, food trucks, restaurants. All kind of food establishments that they're, presenting to the customer to, offer that food that they may need. So to me, I always say that there's a market for everything. There's a market for everything. There's a market for shoes. There's a market for socks. There's a market for even these scarves that I have on my head. There's a market for earrings, lipstick. There's a market for cell phones. So there's a market for everything. It's a market for everything. Plants. So, ink pens. Also, it's a market for. Also, it's a market for. Look, a market for these easels. I purchased for my son for Christmas. The market for these. It's a market for these too. The market for their ring lights. See, so put your phone on there and they stand up on the floor. So it's a market for everything. So it's a market for everything. Everything also. It's a market for books. The books that I write. I write books also. See. So my next book, Accounting for Everyone. So now, once I finish writing this book, so I need to have a strategy. I need to have a strategy to get my book on the store shelves somewhere. That's gonna be part of. This has to be part of my marketing strategy. So this is one book, and then I have books that I already completed. So I need a marketing strategy. I need a marketing strategy to, I need a marketing strategy to get these books out on store shelves. So my name is at the, my name is, there I go, right here at the top. So then I have, so basically, if I had these books now, if I just take these books and just, so I'm working on other books too, but if I just take these books and just set them to the side, if I take these books and just set them to the side with no marketing strategy or no marketing plan, it's not going to do me no good. It's not going to do me no good. I mean, well, it'll do me some good, but in order to reach the customer, I would need a marketing strategy, a marketing plan, to get these books. So getting these books, getting these books in Amazon, getting the books in Amazon, getting them on store shelves, uh, Target, Walmart, Kmart, wherever, getting these books on the store shelves, or creating a website where I can reach my target market. I can reach my target market. Who is going to be my target market for my books? My target market would be children, but I would target the parents. But like I said, marketing. So just books sitting around will not be able to reach my target market. So they just sitting around. They won't be able to reach my target market. So I have to have a strategy, a plan, a marketing strategy, a marketing plan. Like I said about Cali Cosmetics. So I showed you um, the the products that I purchased for my grandson. So and then the lashes from my line, and then my hair growth products. So, but marketing, getting your products and your services out to the customer. Say, for instance, you open up a shop and you want to sell and market nails. You want to do nails. So, what is going to be your market? What is going to be your marketing strategy? You're going to have your information up on a billboard. You're going to have a website. You're going to have a Facebook ads, Twitter. Yeah, you can do Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, email marketing. There's so many different ways that you can market your products and your services. Because you want somebody to come to your nail salon and get their nails done. How are they going to find out about you? And then you already, you have your 9 times out of 10, you have your logo. You have your logo probably somewhere, on your advertisement, so your customer, the potential customer, can distinguish your brand from the next brand. So the next nail salon will have a different logo, and their trademark will be, it's going to be different because you want to have a distinguishable trademark. Your brand, you want your brand to be, uh, you know, made different, distinguishable. You want it to be distinguishable from the next brand. So the scope of marketing, to prepare to be a marketer, you need to understand what marketing is, how it works, what is marketed, and who does the marketing. 9 times out of 10, the marketing department, marketing management. What is marketing? Marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs. One of the shortest good definitions of marketing is meeting needs profitably. When eBay recognized that people were unable to locate some of them their items they desired most, it created an online auction clearinghouse. When IKEA noticed that people wanted good furniture at a substantially low price, it created knockdown furniture. So in other words, creating these deals, some companies do it. They create these discounts and deals to pull a customer in. So I want you to come over here as opposed to going to my competitor. If I'm selling furniture over here, but I want to find ways, and I want to see what my competitors are doing. I want to do a little benchmarking. I want to see what my competitors are doing in the same industry. If I'm in the furniture industry, or I'm in I'm doing hair, whatever kind of industry I'm in, I want to do my research. I want to benchmark, see what those other companies are doing in my industry. I want to see if I can do something better, or I want to be able to do it better. I want to do it cheaper. I want to do it more effectively. I just want to do it better than them at a lower cost, for the customer, because I want the customer to come to me. I want that competitive advantage. So that's what it is. That's what it is when it comes to marketing your products. So the American Marketing Association offers the following formal definition. Marketing is an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. So in other words, this is a long definition. Marketing is an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to the customer. So, marketing, when you're marketing a product, say for instance, like I said, my lashes. In other words, I'm marketing lashes. I have my trademark. I have my logo, and I'm marketing these lashes. But I definitely want to offer my lashes at a reasonable price. I want to offer value to the customer. I want the customer to be satisfied, and I want the customer to come back. I don't want to, offer my lashes 3 or 4 times more than other companies are offering for their lashes, and then expect the customer to come to me. Because no, they're smart. Consumers are smart. They're going to shop around. They're going to do their research. They're going to find out uh, different prices that different companies are offering. So, say for instance, that same lash that I'm offering, they might, do some research and see what other companies are offering the same lash and what, the same lashes, and find out what, they want to see what prices they're charging at this other company. And if you're charging too much, and they see that same lash, this particular type of lash, this set of eyelashes, if they see that particular type of eyelashes and they see it with another company, and they say, oh, you know what? They look better. The price is a little lower. It's at a convenient location, and I think I go with this company. I'm going to squash this company over here. I want to go over here. So consumers are smart. We all are consumers. We all always shopping around. So I do it too. Now, same with everything. Anything you buy. If I was to buy a dress, pair of shoes, or anything that I buy, plants for the house, I always go online and I check, different places and see what check the pricing. So sometimes I say, well, you know what? That price is too high. I like this plant. They have it over here, but they're also selling it over here. And over here, the location is closer and the pricing is better. And I pretty much like this company. So a lot of times when it comes to branding, a lot of times we already have etched in our mind certain brands that we already been to. We already shop at their store location for years. Just thinking about I would say Walmart and Kmart. So I've been shopping at those brands for years. So I already know, it's already etched in my mind quality of the product that I know I want to get. I already know. So when I go to Walmart, I already know. And when I go to McDonald's and Wendy's, so when I go to McDonald's, I'm riding down the road and I'm walking down the street, riding down the road, and I see that McDonald's trademark. So that big old MC, Donald's, that's their trademark, trade name. So when you see that, that distinguishes McDonald's from the next brand. Wendy's is like the big old W, ENDY apostrophe S. So that's their trademark, trade name. So Wendy's, McDonald's, you have Church's Chicken. So their name, that's their trademark. It distinguishes them from other companies. So in other words, when I go to McDonald's, I already know what I'm gonna get, because McDonald's been around for, I don't know, probably what, 50, 60 years, maybe longer than that. But when you think about McDonald's, it's already etched in your mind. Those fish sandwiches, those Big Macs. I still remember the saying. I forgot what it was. That thing they had to say about the was it a Big Mac? Two all, yeah, I think it was a Big Mac. Two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I still remember that. So they had us saying that. I think when you said that, they gave you, I don't know, I think you could get a free Big Mac or something like that, but they don't do that no more. And I'm gonna tease them. I'm gonna tease them when I go in there the next time. I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna say, why y'all don't do that no more? Because I did remember it, and I still remember it. But back to this. So in other words, McDonald's, you have the big old M C, then Donald's, spelled out. That's their trade name, trademark. So you're not gonna go down the road or walk up into a McDonald's and think that you're walking in Wendy's or Church's Chicken or what's it, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. No, you already know that trademark, that trade name distinguishes them from the next brand. And then you already know about the French fries, the Big Mac, the fish sandwiches, McDonald's, apple pies. So all that is already, you know, in your mind, etched in your mind for years. So and even when you go to Hex and Woody's and Kohl's and Kohl's, Koh, I think it's Kohl possibly S, something like that. But that's a trademark trade name. So when you go in there, it's you're not walking in Kmart or Walmart. You're walking in Kohl's. You walk in Kohl's, you're not walking in Kmart or Walmart because and Walmart is right there, big as day before you even go in. Big old WALMART. That's the brand. That's the trademark. That's Walmart. So, and also, thus we see marketing management as the art and science of choosing target markets and getting, keeping, and growing customers through delivering, and communicating superior customer value. So, marketing management. So, in other words, you're basically managing how you are presenting your products and your services to the customer. So you have to manage, you have a marketing strategy. So it says you're concentrating on choosing your target markets, getting and keeping and growing your customer. So that's managing your marketing. So in other words, you have your strategy, and you have to. In other words, managing it means that you have to basically keep it going. You're keeping the ideas going. You're being innovative. You're being creative. You're managing it. You're keeping it under control. So basically, the saying is like an ongoing process. So it's an ongoing process because you have to constantly keep the customer interested. You have to constantly keep the customer interested in your products and your services. Then you have to offer value, customer satisfaction, total quality management, continuous improvement. So all those things are part of keeping your customer satisfied. Customer satisfaction is very important. So let's talk about okay, who markets? A marketer is someone who seeks a response, attention, a purchase, a vote, a donation. A marketer. So when we go in the store to purchase something, we are considered the marketers. So the marketer, that's someone who seeks a response, attention, a purchase, or a vote. So marketing in practice. How is marketing done? Increasingly, marketing is not done only by the marketing department. Marketing needs to affect every aspect of the customer experience, meaning that marketers must properly manage all possible touch points, store layouts, package designs, product functions. So that means they have to make sure all that is taken care of effectively. Employee training and shipping and logistics methods. Marketing must also be heavily involved in key general management activities such as product innovation and new business development. That's what I said. Product innovation. So you want to be innovative, you want to be creative, you want to constantly being innovative. You want to be able to change. You want to make changes for the better. In other words, say for instance you're marketing some jeans and you just you're selling them or you're presenting them the same way to the customer every time. Sometimes making changes, presenting them in a different way, in a different light within your business. Sometimes it attracts customers. Customers like to see stuff looking pretty. Some companies they have the music playing, they have lights. They have different lights on, and different ways that they present their business. Products and services to the customer, and it attracts. It attracts the customers. It attracts more customers, and it also keeps them coming back. It keeps us coming back. I know I love to go in the store and see the store looking beautiful. I love to see it beautiful. I love to see different ideas that they have created for presenting their products and services to me when I go in. Target markets, positioning, and segmentation. So we also have Here's something about Walmart. See, Walmart uses segmentation to reach customers in different geographic markets with its new store of the community concept. Now, over 2 dozen Walmart stores have been designed to reflect the communities in which they are located. For instance, there's a Walmart with a Western flair in Fort Collins, Colorado, and a two-level Art Deco-inspired unit to draw in wealthy African Americans in Baldwin Hills. See, being innovative and creative and different. This is in African. This is in Africa. It says and a two-level Art Deco inspired unit to draw in wealthy African, or they're trying to draw in wealthy African Americans in Baldwin Hills, California, in an effort to cater to the country's fourth largest Amish community. The Middlefield, Ohio Walmart offers hitching posts outside for horse and buggies, block ice for refrigerators, and a huge assortment of denim fabric for making work pants. So this is just a Walmart. In other words, Walmart uses segmentation to reach customers in different geographic markets. So that's a different geographic market. So in other words, with this new store of the community, I don't know. Uh, This book I had, this book probably about a good 5 years old, but it just tells you about some different Walmarts, just the incentives that they did, in these different stores. So they were trying to attract some wealthy African Americans in this Baldwin Hills, California store. So then they were trying to attract different, you know, different communities in this other, the other stores that they have. In different locations. So I mean, I guess I don't know how many Walmart stores there are, but I know we just had I think it was 8 Walmart stores that they just built in over here in DC, right here in DC. I think it was 8. So that was just a little Walmart. Just a little information on Walmart. Then we have marketing channels. To reach a target market, the marketer uses 3 kinds of marketing channels. Communication channels deliver and receive messages from target buyers and include newspapers, magazines, radio, television, mail, telephone, billboards, like I said, posters, flyers, CDs, audio tapes, and the internet. So like I said, the billboards, but I didn't mention the radio, television. I didn't say mail, but I think I said email. I said email marketing. So these are different marketing channels that you can use, that companies can use to get their products out to the customer. So like I was saying, marketing, basically getting those products and services out to the customer. So have a strategy, have a marketing plan to how you are going. You have your marketing. Then, like I just read previously, marketing management, managing your marketing initiatives, your marketing strategy. You want to be able to be ahead of the game, become, your competitors. You want to get ahead of the competitors. So we have different types of marketing. Selling concept. We have the selling concept. We have the marketing concept, the holistic marketing concept. So the marketing concept emerged in the 1950s. Instead of a product-centered make and sell philosophy, business shifted to a customer-centered sense and respond philosophy. So in other words, marketing concept is geared toward making a customer satisfied. Then we have the holistic marketing concept, and it's based on the development, design, and implementation of marketing programs. So companies create the marketing programs. That's the holistic marketing concept. Then we also have the relationship marketing. It aims to build mutually satisfying long-term relationships with key constituents in order to earn and retain their business. So I guess they talk about the customer, but they didn't say it. They said it aims to build mutually satisfying, long-term relationships with key constituents in order to earn and retain their business. So in other words, relationship marketing, you're building a relationship with the customer, potential customer. So in other words, some customers come in your business, and then you wanna keep up with them. You wanna do, I guess I would say, you can do some surveys. You can do some email. You can do some email. Send some emails out. In other words, when your customers purchase something, if they left their email, sometimes when they purchase something, you can have them give their email. So when they get their email, after they leave the store, a certain amount of time, you can always email the customer and find out were they satisfied with their purchase. Uh, did they have any problems with their purchase? Those type of things. So you build a relationship with the customer, keep them satisfied. You want to make sure that they were satisfied with their purchase. So that's part of relationship marketing. So when the customers see you doing that, they were like, oh yeah, they were like that because you're keeping up with them. You say, how was your purchase? Whatever questions you have on whatever questions you may have on your email that your email department, presented to the customer. Then we had integrated marketing. It says the marketer's task is to devise marketing activities and assemble activities and assemble fully integrated marketing programs to create, communicate, and deliver value for consumers. So the marketer's task is to devise marketing activities and assemble fully integrated marketing programs. So they're putting the different marketing programs together to create, communicate, and deliver value to the consumer. So integrated means different ideas coming together, different activities coming together. So in other words, you want to be able to create that, communicate, and deliver that to the consumer. So, and then we have internal marketing. Internal marketing, ensuring that everyone in the organization embraces appropriate marketing principles, especially senior management. So internal means within. So internal means within. Internal marketing, you're making sure everybody within the organization, that works within the organization is helping, helping you create a positive experience for the customer. So that would come under too. I would say that would come under, that can be included into total quality management. TQM, total quality management. That's when all the employees, everybody within the organization, working together to make sure all the processes and all the everything in the organization is working properly. Everybody is giving their input. Everybody is contributing. All the employees, everybody within that organization, they are contributing to make everything run effectively and efficiently within the organization. So total quality management. So managing. So, marketing management. So that's similar too. So in other words, you're marketing your products and your services. They have to, you have to manage. You have to make sure they are being managed properly to make sure everything runs effectively, efficiently, reaching the customer in a positive way, creating creating a customer value, I would say. Creating a customer value, customer satisfaction. So I think that is it for this book. Also, you talk a little bit about defining a corporate mission. An organization exists to accomplish something, to make cars, lend money, provide a nice lodging, and so on. An organization exists to accomplish. So in other words, an organization, you're running a business, If you're running a business, you are an organization. An organization is a group of people, two or more people working together to achieve a particular goal. So, like they said right here, corporate mission. What is your corporate mission? An organization is this to accomplish something that, you might want to make some cars. You want to lend money. You provide a nice lodging. Like I was saying, Airbnb. Airbnb. You might have a company that you might have a company that you're offering, Airbnb properties for people. Like you go out of town, you can rent an Airbnb, and so it might be a company. I don't know the name of the company, but I mean I know you can rent an Airbnb because you can you can use your own house or your apartment as as an Airbnb or company people that come from out of town and they might want to rent. You can put your property or your apartment or your house on an Airbnb website. So you can do that. So in other words, what is your corporate mission? I guess what they're saying is depending on what type of company you're running. You might have a different mission. Your mission might be to Your mission might be to, hire 100 employees within 5 years. Your mission may be to create I guess I would say, a solution for global warming. Your mission, whatever your mission is, your mission might be to hire 50 African Americans within 5 years. Whatever your corporate mission is, that is what you should be striving towards. Okay, so I think that is okay. Then I can talk a little bit about let's talk a little bit about the SWOT analysis. So in other words, when you're dealing in business, all these terms are business related. So when you're dealing in business, marketing, advertising, and promoting, you want your business to have all. I guess I would say all the terms. So you want your business to have all. I guess I would say all the. I guess I would say all. You want your business to have everything. I guess I would just say everything. Everything it needs to succeed in the business world. Because in other words, you have your competitors. You don't want your competitors to get ahead of you, and you don't have what you need. So in other words, you don't have a fax machine. You got a computer. You got a laptop. You have the latest computer. You have a mainframe. You have supercomputers. You have the mini computers. Whatever you need in your business. So SWOT analysis, the overall evaluation of a company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats is called SWOT analysis. So I think that's important in business because if you're running a business, you want to find out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. What are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, and what are your threats. So in other words, you have say for instance, like I said, you're a company and a hair salon or something. You running a hair salon or you just selling food or whatever you're selling. But you definitely want to find out what are your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So what are your strengths? What are your strengths? What are you doing that's so good that's keeping the customer coming back? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your weaknesses? What are your weaknesses? What weaknesses do you think you have that the customer might not feel that you're creating value for them, because they're gonna go to another business if you have so many weaknesses in your company, and then your customer can see that they're like, oh no, I'm not coming. I'm going over there to the next. I can get the same thing over there. Is at a good price. Is at a good location. The customer service is good. The packaging I love. So that could be your weakness. Your weakness could be your packaging don't look like nothing. So you go over, you presenting something and you say, you know what, So what if your see my logo, my brand? I use that as my trademark. hmm So, but what if you have a lot of weaknesses in your company, and your customers say, look, they got too many weaknesses. I don't like their packaging. I don't like the way they treat people. Their customer service is bad. They don't have the store don't look. I mean, I went online. I don't like their website. I don't like the this. I don't like that. I mean, it could be anything. A customer is like, you know what? It could be something small. Customer don't like. They're gonna go to your competitors. So you always want to benchmark, find out what your other competitors are doing. So that's what I'm saying. The SWOT analysis. So you're gonna analyze yourself. Opportunities, opportunities, threats, strengths, and weaknesses. So also you have your market opportunity analysis that to determine the attractiveness and probability of success by asking questions like, can we articulate the benefits convincingly to a defined target market? And can we locate the target markets and reach them with cost-effective media and trade channels? That's what I was saying, cost-effective. You want it to be cost-effective for the company and cost-effective for the customer. So, because the company, if you're running a company, you don't want to feel that it's costing you more to produce that product and get it out to the customer when you don't have a lot of customers that's purchasing that product. So you're losing money. Say, for instance, I'm marketing, like I said, this hair growth. I'm marketing the hair growth product. Smell good too, but I'm marketing hair growth uh, products for men, women, and children. Say, for instance, it cost me $5,000 to make it and do the labels and the packaging and all that. 5,000. It cost me 5,000 to make it, but I did the logos, I did the labels, I did the jars. Say for instance, it cost me 5,000, but I didn't make but a couple thousand. It cost me $5,000 to do the logos, the labels, and I didn't, I had my strategy for, presenting my product to my customer. I got it out to my customer. I had it on store shelves. Say for instance, I had it on store shelves in Walmart. I had it on store shelves in Walmart. I had my website, and I had it on Amazon, but I didn't make but a couple thousand. So I made a couple $1,000. But so I have to figure out, was it worth it? I would have to figure out, was it worth it? So it says, to me, when I look at that, and then the strategy that I used, it still didn't make me feel like I was, it didn't make me feel like I reached my objective. So what I probably would do, I probably would go back and then rethink my strategy. Go back, rethink my strategy, and have to say to myself, do I still want to market this product, or do I want to rethink my strategy, come up with another plan? Because you don't want to spend more money to make it, put it out there to the customer, present it, put it out there to the customer, and realize that because that's like what's that like okay, as I said, it cost me 5,000 to make it and present it to the customer, but I only made 1,000. That's like a $4,000 loss. So yeah, in other words, $5,000. I did the labels, I did my logos, my labels, I did my packaging and all that. $5,000 is what it cost me, and I got it on store shelves. I got it in Amazon. I got it in the Amazon stores, and I got it on the Amazon website. And then, but I only made $1,000, so I would have to rethink my strategy and go back in and see what I did wrong. So definitely have to have a good marketing strategy. So I think that's it for this book. Yeah. So, so like I said, this book was that I was getting information from marketing management. Marketing management. So now, okay, I'm at 55. Not gonna hold this video too long, but okay, so just a couple things. Now, this is another book that I have, Organizational Behavior. So, organizational behavior, I want to stand up a little bit. So, organizational behavior. So, I was just talking about marketing, advertising, and promoting. Marketing, advertising, and promoting. So, in other words, if you, like I said, marketing. So, in other words, you want to, first of all, you want to start out with your products or your services. In other words, on marketing, say for instance, on marketing, I'll go back to this. It's just an example. So this is my hair growth product. So my hair growth product. So say for instance, I'm marketing my hair growth products, and I'm running an organization. I have a business. So uh, my products, they are not gonna be no good to me if I can't get them out there on store shelves or on my website somewhere. Marketing so my customer can reach. My products can reach my customer. So in other words, within the organization, you may need a manager. So you have to have you might have a marketing manager, or you might have uh, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. So in other words, I have my product. I have everything straight with my logos, my labels, my trademark, and all that is in order. I have my packaging and all that. I have my organization. I have my team. We're working together. And then we're working together to present the products to the customer. So marketing is basically, like I said, just getting those products out to the customer. What strategy do you have? What marketing plan do you have to get the products out to the customer? So let's talk a little bit about managers. What do managers do? Managers get things done through people. So managers get things done through people. They make decisions, allocate resources, and direct the activities of others to attain goals. Managers do their work in an organization. This is a consciously coordinated social unit composed of two or more people that function on a relatively continuous basis to achieve a common goal or set of goals. In other words, you're a manager. Managers get things done through people. So in other words, if I'm a manager, I might be allocating certain assignments to my employees that's under me. So managing functions. So planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Planning. So management is that someone that deals. Management is that someone organize, plan, control. Organized planning, controlling, and leading. That's what managers do. So I've never been a manager before, but it seems like a pretty good job. So management roles, they have interpersonal roles, they have informational roles, and they also have decision roles. So managers definitely need skills, management skills, technical skills, human skills, conceptual skills. So this book is about, like I said, organizational behavior. So organizational behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact of individuals, groups, and structure on behavior within organizations for the purpose of applying such knowledge toward improving an organization's effectiveness. So it's a field of study that investigates the impact of individuals, groups, and structure on behavior. So basically, it's a field of study that basically looks at the behavior of groups of people within the organization. In other words, so I think they will also have a lot to do with, the culture, the cultural environment within the organization. In other words, what type of culture are you creating within the organization? So I took another course called Business Ethics. So we looked at some cases, based on, you know, different businesses. We looked at some cases, and the one case we looked at, one case we looked at where this company, uh, they was working. I forgot the name of the company, but they would dump different chemicals in landfills near people's homes. So those were cancer-causing chemicals that they were dumping uh, in landfills that were near people's homes. So that to me, well, not just to me, but in the book, that was unethical. So that was unethical. So when it comes to organizational behavior, it deals with the culture within the organization. So in other words, it's a field of study that investigates the impact of the individuals, groups, and structure on behavior within the organization. So that's part of culture, because your culture is how you do things, how you behave, your religion, the way the way we do things, the way you do things. That's part of your culture. So that has a lot to do with uh, behavior that is created within an organization. So in other words, you have and also you have different ethnic groups, different races. People have different beliefs. All that's part of your culture. You have a different belief than somebody else. So and then you're working in an organization together. So sometimes they have those ethical training classes too within the organization. Ethical training, and they have teams and stuff that they form within the organization, different teams that work together. So the ethical training, I believe, is very important. But sometimes, even sometimes we don't even get along with our own ethnic groups, our own race. And then when you put different cultural groups together within an organization, sometimes you may have a problem. Uh, so let's see what else. I think that's it for this book. I just wanted to talk about those couple of things. This book is organizational behavior, and so next time I'll be talking about some different things. So I think that was it for that book. And this book right here, in other words, and also when you're dealing in business, when you're running a business, you operating a business, you're running a business, you trying to maintain business. You're trying to maintain a ethical business, I would say. You want to run an ethical business. You want to create customer satisfaction, customer value. You want to maintain a competitive advantage. You want to keep the customer coming back. You want to have a high value system. You don't want to have you want to have a high value system within the organization, and you want to have a positive, ethical, cultural environment, and you want to create within that organization positive organizational behavior. So also you want numbers to be ethical. You want to do ethical things. You don't want to say, for instance, like years ago, I know they had Tylenol. They had Tylenol that came up. I think it was laced with cyanide. But what happened was, they were saying that was unethical because they knew about it and they didn't present it to the customer. They didn't present it to us, the public, the customer, ahead of time. So I think they had a lawsuit with that. And there's several other lawsuits. I can't think about it right now. I can't think of it right now. But I do remember the Tylenol one. somebody laced their Tylenol with cyanide. But I don't know who did that. I don't know if it was done from the store or we don't. I had to do more research on that case, but that I think that was in my book. Matter of fact, that was in when I was down Australia University. I think that's what we talked. One of the cases we talked about when it came to business ethics. So in other words, if you're running a company and you know that what you're doing is unethical, but you keep doing it and you still presenting your products and your services to the customer, and that's unethical. Say for instance, you're doing nails, you're running a nail salon, and you know some of those ingredients and those the nail polish or whatever you using for the nails, the cuticles or whatever. If you know that that polish has dangerous chemicals in it, and you're presenting it, but you're still using it on your customer. So, that to me, that's unethical. So, also, one last thing I do want to talk about is, in other words, when it comes to business, law comes in. Law is very important too, because I took a few law classes as well. And so, in other words, when you're taking when you have a major, you have a certain amount of courses that they put in the curriculum. So law and business and accounting and economics and, different courses like that. Did I say accounting? Yeah, accounting, law, or business. I think I took a finance course too, I believe. But a whole lot of different courses that I took, but all certain courses they have in the curriculum for that certain curriculum. If you get the bachelor's in business administration, we had to take some law classes too. Accounting, law, business, different courses. But just going to talk a little bit about the structure of the court system. Okay, the structure of the court system. We have a trial court, a court that hears and determines a case initially as opposed to an appellate court, a court of general jurisdiction. In other words, the appellate court, so in other words, if you're a lawyer working on a case, your case or something, he want to, I guess he wasn't satisfied with the verdict, so he might want to appeal that verdict. So then that would be another, that would be under the appellate court. The courts, trial courts are what most people envision when they think of courts. Trial courts are where a case begins, where witnesses are heard and evidence is presented, often to a jury as well as a judge. In the federal system, trial courts are known as United States District Courts. The United States is divided up into 94 judicial districts, using state boundaries to establish district limits. Each state constitutes at least one district, although larger states are divided into several districts. For example, Kansas has only one district, and the federal trial court located in Kansas is known as the United States District Court for the District of Kansas. Ain't that funny? California, in contrast, is made up of 4 districts: the northern, eastern, central, and southern districts of California. State trial courts are known by various names such as district, superior, county, and circuit courts. Despite variations in name, these courts are very similar. Like I said, we have the appellate courts. The appellate court, a higher court that can hear appeals from a lower court. They hear the appeals, they call it appellate court. Appellate courts review the decisions and actions of trial courts for error. So in other words, if there's an error in the lower court, then the appellate court will hear that. These courts do not conduct trials, but review the record from the trial court and examine it for mistakes, known as trial court error. Usually, appellate courts will hear arguments from the attorneys involved in the case under review, but witnesses are not heard nor other evidence submitted. After the appellate court has reviewed the record and examined it for error, it renders an opinion. An appellate court can reverse, affirm, or remand the lower court decision. To reverse is to determine that the court below has rendered the wrong decision and to change their decision. When an appellate court affirms a lower court, it is approving the decision made and leaving it unchanged. So then we have a record on appeal, a formal written account of a case containing a complete formal history of all actions taken, papers filed, rulings made, opinions written. And let's go to certiorari. So I never could pronounce that word. A request for this is like an appeal, but one which the higher court is not required to take for decision. It is literally a writ from the higher court asking the lower court for a record of the case. So it's literally, so in other words, the higher court is asking the lower court for the record of the case. So that way they need to review that because they want to see that. The higher court wants to see the lower court's record of a particular case. So it must have been some type of error or something. Inferior court, a court with special limited responsibilities such as a probate court. That's an inferior court. Court of record, generally another term for trial court. Court of general jurisdiction. Another term for trial court. This is a court having jurisdiction to try all cases of civil and criminal cases except those that can be heard only by a court of limited jurisdiction. Court of general jurisdiction. This is another term for trial court. So that is a court having jurisdiction to try all cases of civil and criminal cases. They can try all cases of civil and criminal cases. And it said except for those that can be heard only by a court of limited jurisdiction. So court of limited jurisdiction, so they only have limited jurisdiction, and I guess they can only hear a certain amount of cases, certain types of cases. A court whose jurisdiction is limited to civil cases, they can only hear civil cases. Court of limited jurisdiction. A court whose jurisdiction is limited to civil cases of a certain type, or which involve a limited amount of money, or whose jurisdiction in criminal cases is confined to petty offenses and preliminary hearings. So sometimes certain courts can hear, they can only hear cases as $500 and above. So that would be a court of limited jurisdiction. So the duties and powers of the judicial branch. So first it must be emphasized that all courts, local, state, federal, are bound by the United States Constitution. So we have one big body of law, the United States Constitution, but every state has their own constitution. So we have the big body of law, that's the Constitution of the United States of America. The effect of this is that all courts have a duty to apply federal constitutional law. This is important in criminal law because it allows defendants to assert their United States constitutional claims and defenses in state courts, where most criminal cases are heard. Of course, defendants may also assert applicable state defenses as well. As previously stated, the judicial branch is charged with the administration of justice. So the judicial branch, I guess that is the courts. So they have to administer justice. So in other words, our due process, we all are entitled to due process. That means a fair trial. In other words, sometimes if you have a case against you, they may offer you a plea deal. So they may offer a plea deal. Some people sometimes if they go to trial, they always tell you, if you go to trial, it's going to be worse. You know, if this gonna happen and this gonna happen, and we offering you this plea deal. Judicial review, a higher court's examination of a lower court's decision. So that's the judicial. Judicial is the court review. So let's talk a little bit about, let's compare civil law and criminal law. The difference between civil law and criminal law appears obvious, and great differences do exist. Yet most students are surprised at the similarities that can be found. Right, because if you can be accused of assault and battery, it can be criminal and civil, because in other words, if somebody hits you in the face, first of all, somebody put you in fear, that would be the assault. But if they actually hit you, that would be the battery. And then also, that's criminal right there. But also, it can be a civil case can come out of it too. It can be it can be part of civil law, because you can sue that person for money damages. In other words, money damages, they will have to, pay money damages, punitive damages, I would say. Punitive means punishable punishable to, I guess I could say, the tortfeasor. The tortfeasor, the one that committed that wrong against humanity, to a human. So, in other words, punitive damages. In other words, you want to sue. You want to have a civil lawsuit. You want to, that is geared towards putting the victim back into the state that they were in before you hit them. In other words, you're going to have to pay them, because when you hit them, now they have to go to therapy, they have to do this, they have to do that. So you took them out of a different health state. So like I said, so that's why they said the similarities are, civil law and criminal law. There are some similarities. In other words, you can have a civil lawsuit and a criminal. It can be a criminal offense and it can be civil, based on civil law. So let's talk about, let me see where I stopped at. Oh, okay, I just say, I said most students are surprised at the similarities that can be found in civil law and criminal law. So in other words, civil and criminal law compared. So criminal law is, the purpose is punishment and deterrence. So criminal law is to punish the person. So that's criminal law. You want to punish the person. And the remedies could be fines, restitution, imprisonment, counseling, rehabilitation, injunctions, capital punishment from the government. The parties are the government and the defendant. Standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. It's the government bears the burden of proof. So criminal law, government, the burden of proof lies within the government. In civil law, the burden of proof lies within the plaintiff. It says in civil law, the purpose of civil law is to sue. That's why I said compensate the victim. So civil law, compensation and deterrence, damages and equitable relief. Private, plaintiff and the defendant, preponderance of the evidence. Plaintiff bears burden of proof. Yep. The burden of proof lies within the plaintiff. That's civil. But in criminal, the burden of proof lies within the government. So let's talk about contract and agreement that affects or creates legal relationships between two or more persons. To be a contract, an agreement must involve at least one promise, consideration, person's legality, capable of making binding agreements, and a reasonable certainty about the meaning of the terms. So in other words, contract has to have all 6 elements to be fully enforceable. Binding contract, So you have offer and acceptance, mutual assent, consideration, legality. So you have to have all 6 elements for a contract to be fully enforceable, binding contract. In other words, if I say, wash my car, I give you $20. Wash my car, I give you $20. But see, I could be saying it as a joke. It might not be a serious, it might not be something that you can take as a contract, that you can take as a contract. I might say, hey, wash my car. I might say it in a jokingly way, But, and then one example that we learned in school, for a contract too, the guy had just came home from work. So when he came in the house, it was, another guy came up in his yard and he started cutting his man's grass. So he was cutting the man's grass, but the man didn't say nothing. So according to what I learned, so he didn't say, well, you know what? I didn't tell you to cut my grass, blah blah blah. But he saw the man, and he had a sign out in the yard that said he did need somebody to cut his grass. He had a sign in the yard that said he needed somebody to cut his grass, so the man was cutting it. But he didn't stop the man when the man was cutting it. So they considered that contract because he didn't stop him. You let him keep on cutting. So the money damages, that comes under the civil law, tort law. Damages, money that a court orders paid to a person who has suffered damage and loss or harm by the person who caused the injury, the violation of the person's rights. You have tort, that's coming under civil law. Is a wrong. Let's say a civil as opposed to a criminal is a wrong other than a breach of contract. Some of these definitions in this book. And we have negligence, we have an intentional tort, and we have a strict liability. Negligence, the failure to exercise a reasonable amount of care in a situation that causes harm to someone or something. So you were negligent when you're supposed to be showing a certain amount of care. You acted with negligence. So that's a crime too. So that's like is unintentional. You acted negligent. In other words, you didn't have a lot of crimes are built on intent. Some of them are not. You can be charged with a crime and you don't have to even, have no intent. So it says, when a person fails to act reasonably, so this is negligence. When a person fails to act reasonably and unintentionally, injures another person, that person is responsible for a negligent tort. When a person injures another intentionally, an intentional tort has occurred. So you got, in other words, you created a tort, but you even though you acted, it was unintentional, it comes under negligence. But then you have the intentional tort. So when a person injures another intentional, so in other words, you intentionally injure a person. But unintentional is negligence. So in other words, you cleaning out your gun, but you forgot to take the bullets out, and you had people around you. You was wherever you was, you cleaned out your gun, and you forgot to take the bullets out, and the joint went off. The gun went off, and injured someone. That's negligence. So it was not intentional, but you still be charged with a crime. still gonna be charged with negligence. In other words, you said you forgot to take your bullets out the gun and you cleaning the gun and it went off. But then also you have the intentional part of that. You know, we have that all the time. You know, pow pow. You put that intent behind it. We already know that's a crime. That's why they tell you if you're owning these firearms to separate the bullets from the gun. You know, you're supposed to have them in. You have your gun under lock and key. You know, you have your gun. You have your gun under lock and key. You have your bullets separate, and you have everything locked up. You know, be cleaning those weapons, and then you got people around, and you still got bullets in there, and they go off. You can go off and injure yourself. So that's why I do not believe in weapons, guns, and none of that. So when a person fails to act reasonably and unintentionally, you fail to act reasonably and unintentionally injures another, that person is responsible for a negligent tort. That comes under tort law. Let's go down to strict liability, the legal responsibility for damage or injury, even if you are not at fault or negligent. The final type of tort is strict liability. In these situations, liability exists even though the tortfeasor, that's what I said, tortfeasor, acted with extreme caution and did not intend to cause harm. An example of a strict liability tort is blasting. Whenever a mining or demolition company uses blasting, it is liable for any injuries or damages it has caused to property, even if the company exercised extreme caution. So even if the company exercised extreme caution, they still could be liable. Somebody was injured when they're blasting. Somebody, even though they didn't have no intent behind it, but they was at fault. They were negligent. They were negligent because that blasting, it injured someone. See, the legal responsibility for damage or injury, even if you are not at fault or negligent. Even if you're not at fault. It's just like, I know another example, we talked about in one of our classes. Say for instance, you order something and you open the box, boom. Excuse me for saying it like that, but you order something and you open the box, boom, and it blow up in your face, and you got burnt. Your arm got burnt, injuries to your face. You can sue the company. Yes. So even if they didn't have no intent, they didn't intend on harming nobody, but that comes under product liability, strict liability, the legal responsibility for damage or injury, even if you are not at fault or negligent. So you open that box, you ordered a train set for your son, you ordered a set of candles, whatever you ordered, blew up in your face when you open the box. So product liability, strict liability. So let's go to, let's talk about compensatory damages, punitive damages. So that comes under tort law. So punitive damages, now let's talk about compensatory damages. Damages awarded for the actual loss suffered by a plaintiff. Damages that are awarded in a lawsuit to compensate a party, for actual loss are compensatory damages. Compensatory damages do just what the name states. They compensate the injured party, compensate the victim. However, another type of damages exists, punitive damages. Contrary to what you have learned so far, punitive damages are awarded in civil suits. That's what I said, in civil suits. They are awarded in civil suits and are intended to prevent undesirable behavior by punishing those who commit outrageous acts. Punitive damages are often requested by plaintiffs in lawsuits but are rarely awarded. Do not worry if the idea of punitive damages confuses you because it appears to be a criminal law concept. They are penal in nature, and many lawyers argue that punitives should not be allowed because a person can end up punished twice. Once when convicted and sentenced by a criminal court, and again by a civil court, and punitives are awarded. Yet punitive damages have been upheld in most instances by the Supreme Court. A note of caution: do not get the concept of punitive damages mixed up with restitution or fines, which are discussed in the chapter on punishment. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's the end of that chapter. Oh, one last term: culpability, blamable, at fault. A person who has done a wrongful act is described as culpable. So you did a wrongful act, they're gonna blame you. You're culpable. You have culpability. Culpability should be required for criminal liability than for civil. Criminal law is usually more concerned with the immortality of an act than is tort law that is consistent with the goals of the two disciplines, as it is easier to prevent intentional acts than accidental ones. These concepts will be discussed later in the chapter on mens rea. Yeah, and a couple other terms I did learn too at Australian University. We have mens rea, actus rea. In other words, mens rea, that's sort of like in your mind, you're thinking about committing a crime, so that would be mens rea. Actus rea, when you actually commit that crime, you act it out. You committed a crime. Actus rea. Mens rea. So it's a whole lot of terms. I think that will be the end of the terms for the day. So this book right here, is called Criminal Law and Procedure. And then I have some other law books over there that I used when I was in, school, Strand University. So it's some other terms. I'll probably go over some more terms. So like I said, I'm going to be I'll be going over some other philosophers in my next presentation, some other philosophers. I want to go over some more, I guess I would say some painters, some artists. So we have Rembrandt, Michelangelo, Picasso, different ones. Then I want to talk about Albert Einstein, David Henry Thoreau, or Walden Pond, John Quincy Adams, John Smith, John Quincy Adams. I want to talk about different philosophers, Plato, Socrates. So Socrates, he was cited for corrupting the youth in Athens. He was cited for corrupting the youth in Athens. They put him on trial, and he drank the fatal hemlock and died. Even though they told him he didn't have to drink it, he drank it anyway. And so different ones I want to talk about, do a little research. So if you have any, so I want to close out now, but if you have any other philosophers, painters, artists, that you might want me to talk about, do some research on, comment below, subscribe below, and I will see you on my next video. So you all have a blessed one.